5 years ago, my sister-in-law Cynthia was diagnosed with Lou Gehrig's disease, also known as ALS. If you know anything about ALS, you know that it is a certain death sentence for all involved. Cynthia went through all the protocols that are available in America. She then went to Asia. She went through stem cell treatment. She went through traditional Chinese medicine. Nothing worked. 3 years of her life went by since this diagnosis, and she was getting worse and worse, withering away. She was sleeping an hour a night, and she was having extreme difficulty swallowing any type of food. Seeing what she was going through, I felt I had to do something. I began researching ALS, talking with experts around the world, and realized that maybe the traditional pharmacological approach to treating ALS symptoms wasn't the way to go. I knew the likelihood of curing ALS was extremely low, but I also knew that there had to be better ways for her to make it through the day. Ways to help her sleep, ways to help her have more of an appetite, ways to help her just be more comfortable. I was reaching out for information anywhere I could find it. Old medical texts that were 500 years old medical texts that were 5,000 years old. We looked at everything. And through these studies, we found that there were certain natural ingredients that could have a positive effect on the symptoms of ALS, and surprisingly on the symptoms of a lot of other diseases. Well, we developed something, and we let her try it, and it failed. We did it again, and it failed. It failed 17 times. But on the 18th time, something interesting happened. You see, my belief was that the best time to take a drug to alleviate some of the problems that you have with ALS or any disease would be before you go to sleep. So we developed a capsule that she takes 1 to 2 hours before bed. You know, the first night she took it, this is a woman who was sleeping an hour a night. The first night she took it, she slept 6 hours. The next night, she slept 7.5 hours. By the third night, she slept 8 hours. Since beginning the TRICCAR formula, Cynthia's life has turned around. We all know that she won't ever be cured of ALS, but she's able to live more comfortably. She doesn't have the pain she had before. She's able to sleep a consistent 8 hours every night. And for the first time in 5 years, she said to us, I actually feel like I can wake up in the morning and look forward to being able to see my friends and family, whereas before, she felt like all she had to wake up to was her impending death. As we were searching for a solution for Cynthia's ALS, we found many different formulas that have been used throughout millennia to treat people. Many of these have been lost, are no longer made. Oftentimes the plant matter that was used to make them is not known today. We began looking at recipes as potential means to treat illnesses. And one of the first things that we worked on was something that we call OFF, which is short for organ fat formula. OFF is a formula that is particularly effective at getting rid of the weight that accumulates around the midsection. We developed this and then put it out for testing, and we had 15 people try it for a period of 60 days. At the end of the first month, with no change in diet and no exercise, the average weight loss was 16.1 pounds. And what we saw in all of the people is that they were able to lose between 10 and 15% of their body weight just by taking a pill first thing in the morning. Some would say this is the holy grail of diet pills. Maybe it is. All we know is that it's working. For 2.5 years, we have been developing formulas that address the most pressing diseases facing mankind. Whether it's obesity, cancer, diabetic nerve pain, epilepsy, you name it. If it's a major disease, we've been looking for solutions. To date, we have 25 formulas, and of those, 10 of them are ready to go into double-blind studies before being released to the public and will be released as dietary supplements. We have 15 formulas that will go through clinical trials and most likely be released in some form as an FDA-approved pharmaceutical. We believe we're a new type of drug company, a company that combines dietary supplements with FDA-approved pharmaceuticals. And we believe it's important that we take that approach because we're not wed to any best way of getting something done. What we're wed to is making people's lives better. We want to give people hope for tomorrow.